This video is kind of late. I'm so sorry, but anyways guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Today I'm here with a very belated worst makeup of 2020, and I really like this kind of video. I think it's very funny and entertaining, and I really wanted to do it, so I hope you have a lot of fun. Yes, and we're just talking about my worst purchases in 2020. Stuff I really regret buying. And I'll stop talking now and we jump right into the video. So the first product, and if you are like subscribed to this channel since the beginning, which I don't remember, but anyways, you know that I was very disappointed with this palette, and I was actually very hyped to get this palette, and then it was not good. And what I'm talking about is the Urban Decay Ultraviolet palette. Yeah, I decluttered it even. You could see it in my video. And yes, let's start about what I think is really bad. First of all, I was so excited. I saw the promo pictures and I was like, wow, it looks amazing. Those little greenish shades with the purple. Wow, it's a dream. I love purples eyeshadow. I love pink eyeshadow. Like, that's exactly my alley, where I am when I want makeup releases. Like, that's me. However, the first thing was already that there are a bunch of neutrals in an ultraviolet palette. In some way I can understand that, because Urban Decay still wants to satisfy, you know, the broader mass. So I was like, okay, I can see over it. If the performance of those purples are really amazing, then I'm like, okay, that's okay that I have some, you know, neutrals, because if I'm traveling and I want a neutral look, I could also, I can also like use those. However, the formulation of this palette is meh. Like, it's absolutely not good. Like, those purpley shades don't really blend well. The shimmers are absolutely not there. Absolutely, like, you don't have any shimmer. This one is cute, but also not amazing. The mattes and the neutrals perform okay, but it's nothing like I'm over the moon with. So I was really disappointed with this, and I know that Urban Decay can do better. Like, the thing is, I know that Urban Decay can do better. We saw it with the gold palette, we saw it with the cherry palette. Urban Decay can do it better, but they just choose not to. And I feel like this was the worst palette I tested. Actually, I feel like this was the biggest disappointment I ever had, and I'm decluttering it. As you know, I kept it only just to put it into this video, and now it's getting a new owner. But yes, that has been so bad. The next thing, guys, and this product I showed you already in a Sephora haul, and I had a first impression and I said it's okay, it's good, I like it. I changed my opinion, and I often change my opinion on products, so that's why first impressions are always not the best, actually, because, you know, I'm also a Gemini, and yeah, I really hate those. These are the Benefit California Kissing Lip Balms, I think they're called. I have mine in berry and peach pink. Now tell me, for those two, the peach pink is the worst. This I can make it work, but for a lip balm, which is 190 HKD, this is pretty awful. Like, first of all, this really crawls into the lip lines, and it looks like really nasty over some time. Like, you have really dry lips, and I don't think it makes my lips look hydrated after a while. It looks like really crusty and it looks really bad, like, absolutely. And for the price, what this lip balm does, and the darker one is a little bit better, like the berry one, but then I'm thinking like there are better lip balms out there for a lower price, and I feel like it just doesn't look good on the lips. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. I even have a Vaseline lip balm, and it looks better on the lips than this one, those two. So definitely I wouldn't repurchase this. Weird. The next thing I want to talk about is something which also really offended me. It's something that I'm really heartbroken about, and this is from Natasha Denona, the Lip-oh-phoria lip gloss thing. I bought the one from the Love collection she had 2020 for her Valentine's Day. I bought it with the Love palette and the Love Glow cheek palette, and then I had the Lip-oh-phoria. I bought the one which was a little bit more on the pinkish side, which had a golden shift, and this is so awful. like this is also, I think like this is even worse than the California lip balm from Benefit, because it's so pricey and then it's so bad, like so bad that I worried for Valentine's Day when I went out eating with my boyfriend, and he was like, what do you have on your lip that looks so weird? And if your boyfriend tells you that, especially on Valentine's Day, you know that there's something wrong. This is like a streaky mask. It doesn't sit well on the lip. It looks so weird, like it is so weird. It also feels not good on the lip. It has like a very weird feeling. It is a little bit minty. I think like it has like, Natasha Denona says it's like smoothing and hydrating, whatever. It just looks like really nasty on the lips. It just was, I can't really describe it. It was just such a mess, and some people like it, some people really don't like it. I'm on the train where I'm saying this is like really not worth the money. Like every Fenty lip gloss is better than this, so please don't waste your money on them. Like they were really horrible. And then the next thing I have is a drugstore primer. I tested this year, also had a Get Ready With Me, and it's the Revlon Photo, wait, let me check again how it was called, because I always forget the name. And it was the Revlon Prime Plus Brightening and Plus Skin Tone Evening Primer. Now, and the thing is, like this thing broke me out, and afterwards when I thought about it, I was like, what a stupid product actually. Like think about it logically. I was like really excited because it had lactic acid inside and it had vitamin C inside, and I'm like, but actually this makes no sense, because we're applying our skincare. I'm always applying already skincare, like a vitamin C on the daily basis. I'm using a vitamin C serum, and then I'm putting on my sunscreen, and then I'm using lactic acid and vitamin C again without protection over my sunscreen for a primer. Isn't that stupid? Am I the only one who thinks that's actually really counterproductive? Like, why was even thinking this is a good idea? And that has me thinking, of course my skin broke out because of this primer, because you apply sunscreen and then you apply something which includes lactic acid again and vitamin C. Of course your skin is like, hello, why are you doing this? Like, we already have our skincare ingredients on, why you apply more? Like, I feel like a primer should basically only either hydrate your skin if you're very dry, or it should only, like, if you're very oily, it should just like mattify you and like keep your oils a little bit in control and your pores a little bit, like, and smoothen out maybe your pores a little bit. But then other than that, I don't think we need skincare ingredients in the primer. Like maybe hyaluronic acid, but then I use it like as a serum anyways, so I feel like the primer really should only be like smoothing out stuff or hydrating for people like me with really dehydrated skin and dry skin. But other than that, I don't think we need any skincare ingredients in primer. Am I going crazy? Please tell me if you think so. If there's an SPF in the primer, I think that's great, and if anything else, I think we don't need it. So this was really a weird purchases, and I was just like, why I am so stupid and why I ever thought this was a good idea. Like, and then we are coming to something I also made a video about, and I also didn't like it in my video. So it is the Kiko Metal Chrome eyeshadows from the Lost in Amalfi collection, and it was the darker shades, because in this collection I only bought the darker shades, and I heard a lot of people saying that the lighter shades actually were fine. But let me just talk about the darker shades I had. They were an absolute mess. I threw them away. They were just not blending out. The brown tone was always getting very ashy on me, like didn't look that good, and just they were a mess. Like, they were a mess. They never looked good on my lips, and you see it also in a video. I really didn't like them. And then yes, you guys said like, oh, I bought this in a lighter shade and it works fine, which actually makes sense if you think about it, because lighter shades, you know, they diffuse pretty on the lids and then you have the sparkle and everything. But with the darker shade, if you kind of just get a little bit of ashiness because you're blending it out, and then it just looks crazy on the lid. But with lighter shades, they're just diffusing beautifully, and then you have a little bit of a pinkish or golden shift. So it makes actually sense that the darker shades don't look as good. So those were really also absolutely not good, and I really couldn't do anything that they make them better. So I was like, probably not the best stuff I had from Kiko, because I know Kiko can do really good makeup. Like I know that Kiko can produce really good makeup products. So I was like, nah, Kiko, I had better. And then the next thing, and this is surprising too, because I have like best Anastasia Beverly Hills ranking, and I think I've had it like not very high but also not very low, somewhere in the middle range, this palette. And I was actually pleased with this palette in the beginning, but as I said, I'm a Gemini. I also change my mind quite frequently. But I just thought about it. I sit back and I was like, how many times did I use this palette? Not that often this year. So I'm talking of course about the Amrezy palette. This came out in January, I think, somewhat around January, and I really love the packaging. And I said already in the video, I love those 4 pink shades. They're so beautiful. And if Anastasia Beverly Hills decides to come out with a quad with those 4 shades, I would buy this quad and throw this palette away. Because I'm only keeping this palette because of those 4 pink shades, which are so gorgeous. They're so pretty, especially this shade Barb is amazing. Like this shade here, especially this shade here, Barb, it's amazing. But if I look back, and if I ever used this palette other than those 4 shades, I didn't use anything else in this palette really, because I don't really like the looks I get out of it. It's very weird. Besides of those 4 shades, the other shades I'm like not that good. And what also bothers me is, first of all, I don't like that I have 2 shades more in this palette than others, and it doesn't align properly with my other Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Like I'll show you. Like I hate that it doesn't fit in with my other Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Like this drives me nuts. It drives me nuts, I have to say it. And the next thing is the glitters, the pressed glitters we have in this palette, like here and here. Never really use them. They're not that good. I feel like even if I want to use pressed glitters, I wouldn't use Anastasia Beverly Hills formula, because I'm not that impressed. Like I don't think they're good, and I don't like those pressed glitters anymore. Like in palettes, not my favorite. I don't need this black here. I don't know about the pop of blue here over there. I don't know what to do with this one, because you know I don't like blues. And then we have those 2 shades, guys. And what is the difference? Somebody explain, what is the difference between those 2 shades? Why we have such an useless color like 2 times? I don't need the same shade. Like when I look at it, the difference is minimal. Like maybe a little bit dark. One shade is a bit darker than the other one, and I'm like, why you make it so big? Why you don't remove some shadows so it goes line in line with the other Anastasia Beverly Hills palette? And then it's very boring actually. Other than those pinks, which are absolutely gorgeous, the other shades are really useless, especially the glitters and the other shades, just because it's absolutely a basic palette other than this. And I'm like, yeah, I really didn't use this a lot. So I really hope that Anastasia just brings out a quad with those 4 pinks and calls it, I don't know, the Amrezy quad, and I feel like it would be better than this, and brings out the Amrezy highlighter forever. Let it stay, stop making it limited edition, and I feel like way better than this palette. So please don't waste your money on this. I don't think you need it if you have any basic colors and pinks. And yes, that's it, guys. That has been my little rant about the worst products I used in 2020. I wasted my money on, and yeah, that's it. I'm just done. Yes, but anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you had fun with this video. Please, this is so important, please tell me down in the comments below your worst purchases of 2020. Please tell me. I'm so interested in this, because I really love to watch those videos, and sometimes people go really on a rant, and I think like it's so funny, because I mean, in the end, it's just makeup, but I also understand, you know, when you waste money on expensive products, it hurts, right? So yes, please tell me in the comments, and let's chat about it. And I'm happy that you watched this video. Thank you for supporting, and I hope to see you soon in another video of mine. Bye bye!